Hey, what up guys? Welcome back to another quick Flutter tutorial. The widget of the day is the bottom navigation bar, which is the little menu that you see at the bottom of all of your apps. So this is a must know if you are a app developer. So let me show you how to use this by jumping into the code. Now just to keep everyone on the same page, I've just got a main function that has my app and we are pointing to this home page, which is a stateful widget. And I've just got a blank scaffold, so just some basic setting up. And in the body, let's just start by giving it a text widget in the middle, and let's quickly make this font size bigger so that we all can see. Now in the scaffold, if you look at some of the options, the bottom navigation bar is the one we're going to do. So let's fill it out. Now inside the bottom navigation bar, you're going to need to specify the items. So these are the different menus that you can have at the bottom of your screen. So you can see here, if I hover over this, it's requiring a list of bottom navigation bar items. So let's fill out this icon. The first one, let's just give it an icon of home. And I'm just going to save this so that I can show you what the errors mean, because I think that's pretty helpful. So you can see here it failed because the item's length is meant to be greater or equal to 2. So we need at least 2 of these items. So I'm just going to copy in and create a total of 3, which gives us one more error. It says item label should not be null. So we have to give it a label, which is just some string, let's say home. And for now, just to get this to work, let's just copy the same item 3 times. And sweet, so there is our bottom navigation bar, and currently we can't really click around. Let's change these icons. So the second one, let's say it's a message icon. Third one can be an account page. Now one thing that I should note is if you have, I think, more than 3 of these items, then something happens where the navigation bar sort of disappears. I think the color changed or something, so I don't know if this is a bug or not, but a way around this is to specify this type. I think if you have more than 3, like the type changes, so we want to just specify this to be fixed. And there it is again. So let's make all of these buttons unique. Awesome, so now that we have it set up, we want this to be functional. So if you look under the bottom navigation bar, you should be able to see a current index property. So for this one, it's just an integer. So if I say 0, that's going to be the very first one, which is home. If I say it's 1, you can see now the message tab is highlighted. And if I say 2, then the settings one is highlighted and so on. So this is how we're going to navigate around. So obviously this is not going to be a fixed number. So let's create a separate integer called selected index. And we will initialize it to be 0 at the beginning. Cool, so what that means is we want to just be able to change this selected index to navigate around. So if you look under the options, you can see an on-tap function, and let's create our own method. So let's call it navigate bottom bar and create this method up top. Now when we navigate, we're going to need to know the index that the user is tapping. So that's why I have the integer index in there. So if the user does tap on it, then let's set the state and change our selected index to the index that the user has tapped. So let's give this a go. Hopefully we're able to click around, and yes, that works now. Cool, now the final bit that we need to do is we need to change the text in the middle. So right now it's just saying hello. Let's show different pages depending on which bottom navigation bar item we selected. So I'm going to create a list of widgets and let's call it pages. And so in the pages, I'm just going to copy in what we had earlier. So if I just comment this body out for a second, I have 4 pages. They all say hello. So let's just change these up. First one can say home page. Second one can say message page, settings page, and account page. So in this list, in the body, we want to give it the page but at the selected index. Yay, we can now click around and display different pages. So on a very basic level, that's how you use a bottom navigation bar. But just before we finish, I do want to show you some good coding practices like usual. If you want to build your app from this point onwards, what I would recommend is to create a folder, and let's call it pages, so that you have different files representing each page to keep your code nice and organized. So in your pages folder, let's create 4 different files. Call it home.dart, message.dart, settings.dart, and account.dart. So these are your different pages. So if we go to the first one, so home.dart, let's make sure to import our material.dart file and create a stateless widget, which we will call user home. And if we come back to our pages, let's just copy the first guy and paste him in here. So again, this is just a basic text widget saying homepage. Now what this does is it encapsulates the code. So now if I come back to my list of pages, I can just say user home. So make sure that the file that we just created is imported at the top. And let's copy the user home and do the exact same thing for the other pages. So let's change it to user message, message page, user settings, settings page, and user account, account page. So this will make your code much more cleaner and usable. So if we come back to our list of pages, we've got the user home now. We can now put in the user message, user settings, and user account. And if you want to change anything, then you can go to the individual files to make changes to the different pages. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know below if you have any questions. I'll come around and help you out. But other than that, that's how you use a navigation bar, which is a must-have for every app developer. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Laters.